In the news at 7, Ondo State Governor Ayedatiwa calls for rule of law revival. Ondo electricity disparity sparks criticism as consumers demand balance in tariff supply. NDLEA rolls out digital drug tests for Nigerian tertiary students. And from the foreign scene, Myanmar's ethnic forces declare global inaction on junta atrocities. Good evening and a warm welcome to the news. Kunle Ariyo is my name. Ondo State Governor Loki Ayedatiwa has declared that democracy weakens when the rule of law falters, warning that security without justice fuels sentiment. Speaking as special guest of honor at the Democratic Governance, National Security and Rule of Law lecture at Osun State University College of Law, Ifetedo campus, Ayedatiwa stressed that these elements are practical pillars and not mere ideas. He commended universities of society's model and intellectual backbone, with law colleges fostering inquiry, discipline, and debate. The governor, who linked democracy, security, and rule of law as essential for protecting rights, safety, and justice, cited Amotekun as a successful Southwest community policing model that strive on state collaboration.
When the College of Law convenes a discourse on strategic theme of this nature, it performs more than an academic function. It contributes to the shaping of our national consciousness. Therefore, I want to commend the College of Law for sustaining this intellectual tradition. This will be the fourth one, and I know we have the fifth, the sixth, and so on. What we are doing or what we have done, because the lecture has been delivered here today, is not just a mere share of knowledge, but also speak directly into the defining imperatives of our time, the core of our national journey, the very essence of our nationhood, as we strive to strengthen governance structure in line with acceptable global best practices. This concept, democratic governance, national security, and rule of law, they are not abstract concepts. They define whether societies progress or stagnate. Institutions endure or erode. And of a truth, we have just been reminded of the intricate link between democracy, security, and rule of law. And these pillars are fundamental to a thriving nation, ensuring citizens' rights, safety, and justice. The public trust is earned through fairness, transparency, and respect for institutions. The constitutional authority must be exercised within legal limits. We have so much power as government, executive governor of the state, but that power should be exercised within limits of the law.
That was Governor Loki Ayedatiwa delivering a lecture there. Meanwhile, wife of Ondo State Governor Oluwaseun Ayedatiwa has visited the Federal Medical Center Owo to celebrate the birth of a set of quadruplets. Mrs. Ayedatiwa described the rare delivery as a divine blessing and strong proof of improving healthcare quality across the state. She commended the medical team for their expertise and wished the family well. Omoni Alambeji now reports. We'll bring you that report in the course of the bulletin. Also, though widespread postpartum depression remains misunderstood, leaving countless women without vital support, experts say that this condition is both serious and highly treatable with timely intervention. Adeume Taiwo reports.
Postpartum depression, a mood disorder, can emerge weeks or even months after childbirth, setting it apart from the milder baby blues. Baby blues bring short-lived mood swings, tears, or irritability that fade within weeks. But PPD persists longer and hits harder. Key symptoms include profound sadness, loss of joy in daily activities, relentless fatigue, anxiety, trouble bonding with the baby, and in severe cases, thoughts of self-harm. Nursing mother Ruth Adegbola urges women to prioritize self-care amid post-birth changes and reach out for help when they need it.
Women do face a lot after delivery. They face a lot. Some, after they've given birth, there won't be any proper care from the husband, from the family, even from their loved ones. But I actually believe that as a woman, I put it this way, we should be selfish about ourselves. Because anything can happen to anyone. Forget about giving birth. Pregnancy can come from anywhere. The basic thing is, as a woman, you have to love yourself. If you love yourself, then the love can be extended to other people and it can come. When you give birth, don't say you have been abandoned. No one abandoned you because a lot of people facing, even your husband might be facing a lot of things.
Nearly 34.6% of postnatal mothers show signs of depression, according to recent reports. Chief Medical Director, Neuropsychiatrist Specialist Hospital, Akure, Sunday Sajo, sheds light on the condition's impact.
If the person does not have energy, medically we say fatigue, feeling of fatigue, and then loss of interest. That loss of interest, because either loss of interest or lack of enjoyment, the person does not enjoy anything. So those are the three core symptoms. The mood is low, and because the mood is low, the person is, in terms of energy, the person feels as if he's drained of energy, low energy. And so the person will be complaining of weakness every time. Weakness, fatigue, happening during the postpartum period. You may now call it postpartum depression. There may also be weeping spell. The person is crying for no reason, which is very, very common, in people. So the person has no interest in doing anything, and then there may be neglect. The person may even not have interest in her child. Normally, when a woman gets back to a child, the woman is always very happy. In fact, it's a happy moment in any woman's life. But for a woman who has postpartum depression, he may not have any feeling, any affection.
He outlined its debilitating effects on new mothers, stressing the need for early detection and support. Sajo warns hormonal changes, mounting stress, inadequate support, and prior mental health struggles can heighten the risks of postpartum depression, adding that women noticing postpartum depression signs should consult doctors promptly.
If you identify it early, all these things, luckily these things may probably not come suddenly. It may just come with some warning symptoms, with warning signs. And this one is sign probably the woman is not sleeping well. They even just start with just little withdrawal, irritability, etc. Or maybe weakness there. The woman may look moody and etc. So before it gets to the life-threatening features, before it gets to the development of those life-threatening features, early identifications and presentations.
Postpartum depression is not a personal failing. It is a legitimate, fully treatable health condition. With proper care and support, affected mothers can bounce back to vibrant, healthy lives. Adewumi Taiwo, Osrc News.
We'll now take a break. When we come back, we'll give you more stories. Please stay with us.
The holy month of Ramadan is here again, a month to submit to the will of Allah, a month to share, a month to care, and most importantly, a month of goodness. Start well and end well with the goodness of peak milk at Sahar and Iftar, and share the nourishing goodness of peak milk with everyone around you. Ramadan Kareem.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. You can watch us live on our digital channel Moplet 720 on our website www.osrc.ng, or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. President Bola Tinubu has commended the Bank of Industry for disbursing 636 billion naira to businesses in 2025, describing it as the institution's highest annual lending performance. The president said this is a clear sign that ongoing economic reforms are strengthening Nigeria's development finance framework. President Tinubu noted that the scale of financing reflects growing institutional discipline and improved macroeconomic stability, unlocking long-term capital for enterprises and productive sectors nationwide. Data from Bank of Industry show that the 636 billion naira facility reached over 7,000 enterprises across the country. Tinubu noted that the interventions translated into tangible outcomes, expanded agro-processing capacity, stronger manufacturing output, improved infrastructure, and increased enterprise activity nationwide. Vice President Shetima is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to represent President Bola Tinubu at the 2026 African Union AU Summit, themed Assuring Sustainable Water Availability and Safe Sanitation Systems to Achieve the Goals of Agenda 2063. The 39th Ordinary Session of the AU Assembly of Heads of State and Government is scheduled for February 14 and 15. According to Senior Special Assistant on Media and Communications Stalin Nwocha, Shetima joins African leaders to advance commitment on water management, sanitation, and continental development under Agenda 2063. Side events and bilateral meetings with political and business leaders aim to bolster Nigeria's diplomatic, economic, and strategic ties across Africa. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has unveiled a digital drug integrity test for tertiary institutions aiming to curb rising drug abuse, protect students' health, and align with global standards. Announced following resolutions from the 68th National Council on Education in Akure, the evidence-based non-punitive tool enable early detection, counseling, and rehabilitation through a centralized digital platform. It promises transparency, secure certification, and real-time monitoring. The test certification is now recognized by several foreign embassies for visa processes. Members of the National Union of Food, Beverages and Tobacco Employees have protested the NAFDAC's refusal to lift its ban on sachet and PET bottled alcoholic beverages. The workers demand NAFDAC unseal shut down production lines, pointing to an alleged directive from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the Office of the National Security Advisor. NAFDAC, however, denied receiving any such order. A paradox is unfolding in the state electricity distribution system, while consumers in Band A areas are protesting what they describe as exorbitant electricity bills. Residents in other bands are lamenting something entirely different: the near absence of power supply. The situation has sparked fresh debate over fairness, affordability, and service delivery across the state. Our reporter, Sunday Adeyanju, has more.
In Ondo State, electricity consumers appear to be caught between two extremes. In Band A zones where supply averages up to 18 hours daily, residents and business owners say they are overwhelmed by the high cost of electricity. Several consumers disclose that they spend between 40 and 50,000 naira weekly on bills, a development they describe as financially draining, especially for small businesses and households struggling with rising living costs.
It's too expensive. It's like they're exporting us. It's too expensive because it's too much. Well, at least in this shop, in a weekly, let's say I'm paying like 40k weekly.
The light is very okay here. There's no issue with lights. But the way the prepaid is running, like we buy lights like 30,000 naira, like in the shop like this. Within like 8 to 9 days is gone. We have to contribute another money to buy again. So that's just the challenge we are facing.
Yet, in a contrasting reality, residents in Band B and other lower bands tell a different story. For them, the major concern is not the tariffs, but the lack of electricity itself. Many report prolonged outages lasting weeks, sometimes stretching to a month, despite receiving estimated bills they consider unjustifiable.
In fact, the electricity of this area is very poor. It's very poor. Even a month, we will not see the light to use in this area. Most of the people that is living in this area were business person. If the price is high, but the light is stable, you will not complain.
The light has been epileptic. You understand it now? So there's no light at all. Even NEPA themselves, they are using electricity to show you the extent of its, failure. That's it. That's the way I would just rate it.
Some residents allege that power supply only improved temporarily when billing officials are in the area, only to disappear shortly afterward. Explaining the disparity, the general manager of the Ondo State Electricity Board, Akindolani Ogumakiwa, said the bank classification system was introduced following a significant reduction in energy allocation from National Grid. According to him, Band A areas are largely commercial hubs and government corridors, where stable electricity is considered critical for economic productivity. He noted that electricity distribution companies prioritize zones such as Alagbaka and other major commercial axes to sustain business activities and essential services.
Band A, Band B, Band C, Band D came some few years ago, and it was because of the quantum of energy that we receive from the transmission. Before we the same minimum of 80 hours. So many people believe in it, despite the tariff being increased. So for people on band A or band B, they may not have the same length of resistance. While band B is around 50 or 40 hours, the band A minimum of 80 hours. So many people believe they can kill, but the tariff is high. And BDC believe where they can generate their money. They want to get their money back because they are going to buy this energy from transmission. They want to buy, they don't want to give to everybody that we don't able to pay.
Still, the paradox remains striking. Those with electricity complaining about high tariffs, those without electricity complaining about its absence and the bills that come with it. Interestingly, some residents in lower bands said they are willing to migrate to band A and pay higher tariffs if only it guarantees reliable power supply. As the debate continues, stakeholders say resolving the imbalance between affordability and availability may hold the key to restoring public confidence in the power sector. Sunday at Deyoju, Osrc News.
We'll take another commercial break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Ramadan is here again, a month to submit to the will of Allah, a month to share, a month to care, and most importantly, a month of goodness. Start well and end well with the goodness of peak milk at Sahar and Iftar, and share the nourishing goodness of peak milk with everyone around you. Ramadan Kareem.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Welcome back. We'll now go back to our story on the work of the governor receiving welcoming quadruplets at the Federal Medical Center of War. Mrs. Yedatewa described them as rare delivery, as a divine blessing and strong proof of improving healthcare quality across the state. Omoni Alangbeji reports.
Accompanying Governor's wife, Oluwaseun Ayedatiwa, on her visit to the newborn quadruplets at Federal Medical Center Owo, were top health officials including Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Ayodele Adiji, and Director General, Ondo State Contributory Health Commission, Abiodun Oyeneyin. Hospital management received her at the administrative building. Head of Clinical Services, Adeyinka Ayiyemi, representing the Medical Director, thanked the Ondo State government for ongoing support and appealed for more assistance.
We're still wondering how you got to do and how it responds. As the mother of the state that you are, we are not too surprised that you were able to identify what we thought was something we were keeping to ourselves here. She's more welcome. We will soon be there to see people.
Mrs. Ayedatiwa proceeded to the neonatal ward where she presented the quadruplet's mother with gift items and financial aid, reaffirming the Ondo State government's dedication to mothers and children. Thanking God for the safe delivery, the governor's wife commended the hospital's management and staff for their professionalism. She reassured Ondo residents of the Ayedatiwa administration's commitment to prioritizing quality healthcare delivery.
On behalf of Ondo State government, the governor of Ondo State, we bring good tidings to you. I will say thank you for everything and everything that has been communicated through Mr. Dr. Adeyemi. I will take it back to the government. And I'm sure
The governor's wife also toured the delivery and postnatal wards, celebrating other nursing mothers. Mother of the quadruplets, Ayobamidele Ojo, expressed gratitude to Mrs. Ayidatiwa and the Ondo State government for their love and support.
I'm very grateful to the wife of the governor for this gift given to me and my babies. God bless her.
The newborns, all girls, were delivered on 31st January 2026 at the Federal Medical Center, Owo, Ondo State, and with their mother are reported to be in stable condition. Omoyola Humbeji, Osrc News.
We now go to the foreign scene. The head of one of Myanmar's influential ethnic amins, General Osrc, has accused world leaders of ignoring the junta's escalating deadly airstrike on civilians, saying that only China has stepped in to address the conflict. Myanmar has faced nationwide conflict since a military coup in 2021 toppled the nation's first democratic administration in half century. The report is presented by Blessing Obe.
Amis has accused world leaders of ignoring the military surge in deadly airstrikes on civilians. General Osrc, chair of the Restoration Council of Shan State, said that his group no longer knows what it can rely on.
In Myanmar, human rights have been violated since we got our independence. Even until today, the civilians are suffering, and I want the international community not to ignore it.
A spokesperson for the ruling UTA did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Myanmar has faced nationwide conflict since the military coup in 2021 toppled the nation's first democratic administration in half a century. Since late 2024, air attacks have killed at least 1,728 civilians, according to figures from Myanmar's Peace Monitor. The strikes have slowed the advance of pro-democracy forces that lack an air force. Toronto said it is targeting terrorists. A military-backed party has also claimed victory in January after elections in limited areas, though rights groups have criticized the vote as designed to entrench army power. Osrc said only China is intervening in the conflict without elaborating any further. Speaking after a military parade for Shan National Day, Osrc called for trust building among Myanmar's array of armed factions. He added that political dialogue with the military was still needed to end the war. Blessing Obe, Osrc News.
With that stories from Myanmar, we have come to the end of the bulletin tonight. But before we go, we'll take another look at the main point. We told you that in a call to action at Uni Osun's effective lecture, Ondo State Governor Loki Ayedatiwa has championed the rule of law as democracy's bedrock, commending Amotekun's collaborative success while urging accountability to build lasting trust and security across the Southwest. Also informed you that although electricity band A consumers have protested steep tariffs amid reliable supply, while those in lower band saying they endure prolonged outages and disrupted bees, fueling calls for balanced affordability and service nationwide. Also informed you that the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, has unveiled a digital drug integrity test for tertiary institutions aiming to curb rising drug abuse, protect student health, and align with global standards. Also from the foreign scene, we informed you that ethnic amins in Myanmar have condemned world leaders for ignoring the junta's escalating deadly airstrike on civilians. And that is it on News at 7. We thank you for being a part of it. Good evening.